Right, so there's just been a FIFA 20 gameplay trailer. It's gone slightly more in-depth. We get this every year where they name like the 3 or 4 huge changes that they've made to FIFA each year, purely in terms of gameplay. And this is just elaborating, giving a bit more detail on what was shown at EA Play at E3. There's a video on my channel that has somehow managed to get 1,000 views. They gave a minute of gameplay in total and I just put it all together. But in here they've given a little bit more description on what's going to happen and a little bit more gameplay. Maybe some of these kits weren't fully released or licensed by the time EA Play came around, but let's get into it anyway. Firstly, this is what I was saying, PSG's new kit is in this game. I'm not a big fan of it. However, they couldn't have made released a trailer like this before any of these kits were released, which is maybe why they couldn't show them at E3. And now we see Mo Salah taking a penalty against Kepa, and it looks like the same controls as for turning your target on and off. However, the aiming seems to be without any resistance, just placing a target. There's a really faint circle around, like a large circle around these crosshairs. However, I'm not a big fan. This doesn't look very good to me, purely because there's no resistance when you're moving your target. I understand in normal penalty the arrow isn't being dragged back anywhere, but when the new system for FIFA 17 came in, with the corners and the free kicks, long free kicks, you'd have to actually have some skill in choosing where you put the ball in, because the target would always be being dragged into the centre of the corner. With this, it seems like you could just put it top corner every time. I mean, this isn't much gameplay that we've seen, but it looks a bit too easy to put a ball in top corner without too much skill. I don't know if there's a timing thing. It doesn't look like there's any, like the old ones where you'd have to time it in the green. That would be perfect to make a return now, so that if you go in the top corner as Salah does here, you have to hit it green. If you don't hit it green, he's going to miss, he's going to hit the post, it's going to come back out. Again here with Willian setting it, the target just seems too easy to put in the top corner. And Ederson, it looks impossible for Ederson to get it, even fully outstretched. He's nowhere near the top corner, and so they do say here in the bottom right, and time it right, but there is no proof of what the timing bar is. So hopefully they do bring back the time it in the greens gameplay mechanic from previous FIFAs. Now we've got Trent Alexander-Arnold taking a free kick, and I do like the way these free kicks look. It seems like, as always, it's circle on PS4, it's B on Xbox. To shoot, you hold your power and you use the same crosshairs to target where, but once you've held B, you then use your right stick to add spin, and you'll see the line coming out of the centre of these crosshairs is showing what spin you've put on the ball. I do personally like this mechanic. I think it means that no one's going to score a free kick on their first shot, or they shouldn't, unless they get either lucky or incredibly skilled. But it means you actually have to learn the mechanic to get good at it, and so then as you go further up divisions, you'll get more and more people putting free kicks in top corner. So you can add side spin obviously by going left and right, and putting your right stick upwards, you add top spin, and it means that your ball is going to dip. It's like a Ronaldo, like your classic Ronaldo free kick where he top spins over the ball. Now they say introducing dynamic 1v1s, and I am extremely sceptical about this, and I'll get onto it more. But I fear very much that, I guess because of the new street modes come in, that they're playing it more to attacking, like making it a lot easier to mug off defenders, and that's great for the Volta mode, but I really hope that isn't a thing while in stadiums. And here's the first sign. It's a nice animation of Salah doing a sidestep, but as you see, the defender just lunges straight past, and they'll call this a new defensive tactic, but when they added this in either 17 or 18, holding B made you lunge in rather than just hustle. And all it does is that it makes it a lot easier for the defenders to go past you. If you want to go down and try and lunge to the ball, you'll slide tackle, and if you want to stay on your feet and try and win it, you'll use B. I really don't like how they changed that over the last few years, and it looks like it's going to stay the same. Again here, it looks like there's close control, which looks quite nice. He's dragging the ball backwards, but then the defender comes forward and just lunges in rather than staying on their feet and trying to intercept it once the person's gone either way. It looks like it's a bit too easy for the attacker to just step past the defender here, and the defender's out of position. Yes, they call this active touch tackling, which, as I said, the lunging I'm not a fan of. However, if it means that when you tackle someone you are more likely to actually keep your possession on you, then that's absolutely great. You see here with the slide tackle, he doesn't just bounce out and then another Man City player takes the ball, he actually keeps it nestled in his legs. So then when he stands up, he's got the ball at his feet and he can actually start the counter-attack, which is really nice to see. New ball physics, we don't know what that means. It just means that there'll probably be a certain spin or a certain move that you can do that's OP. But that's just, they've just named something that they've probably worked quite hard on, but I don't think it's going to change the overall gameplay much. Like this shot, the first shot from the Chelsea player, it was quite a nice finish. I hope it doesn't mean near post or OP, but this shot doesn't really show anything from the Real Madrid player. All we see is that the ball's bobbled up slightly and then he's put his laces through it and it's looped over the goalkeeper. We need a lot more gameplay for us to be able to actually judge how good this game is. We need hands-on, so when the demo comes out, that'd be great, because we need to have more of a look at it, but that's a couple months away at this point. And now we move on to composed finishing, which looks to me like they've just renamed finesse shot. They say more clinical 1v1s. Again, I think they are really playing towards the attacker with FIFA 20, as finesses inside the box seem very OP here. As long as you power it okay, you're going to find the top corner, as Aguero does here. I'm not sure we've seen the goalkeeper make a single save in this entire gameplay trailer, which does worry me, but again, we need more information. And now we move on to the closing shots, which include a couple new celebrations. You've got Dele Alli and his viral hand celebration trick. We also see Salah doing a yoga tree pose, I believe. And it's just, they'll be adding more new animations and new camera celebrations, as they seem to have done here with Sterling, as he throws a couple of hooks at the camera. And again, as I said with the first trailer from EA Play, it really does look like Sterling's going to be the cover star here. There's always a focus on him, there's always a Man City player, a couple Man City players and everything, and Sterling is the last shot that you see of this trailer. I know people have been campaigning for Megan Rapinoe, who led the USA to the Women's World Cup, to be on this, and to be fair, I think she should share it with Sterling, because it looks like Sterling has already been selected as the main cover star. But that is as in depth as I could go to break down this trailer. Hopefully we get more legitimate gameplay from this, and we can really make a judgment on whether this game is worth buying or not. I didn't buy FIFA 19, however, I bought FIFA 18, and while it was a bad game, it was fun, and I really want to play some FIFA Street. So if Volta's going to let me do that, we need to see more Volta gameplay now. We need to see a lot of Volta gameplay as the next thing to be revealed.